time won't work. It's gonna feel stupid. When you put your face, it pulls the picture. Okay. So tricks to this. Everybody at first will kind of do this, which you don't want to do because it hurts and it looks like Mr. Burns. So keep your spine up straight and tall, and then it's tipping your nose to the camera like a turtle. And then if I say chin down, it's like you're nodding yes. Go from the back of the stomach. What it does, you ever heard somebody say the camera has 20 pounds? They're going to mix. Makes your jawline much stronger.
Like this.
Yeah, you got it. Does it feel stupid?
A little bit, yeah.
Good. General rule of thumb. If it feels stupid, it looks fantastic.
So you try to stab the camera with my nose.
That is the best explanation of it that I've heard. Trying to stab the camera with your nose. I love that. Perfect. There we go. Relax the hands. Perfect. Jam that face out at me a little bit further. Perfect. Chin down just a tad. Perfect. What are you doing with your eye holes? Are you fake smiling at me now? Pop on. I'm going to start at the top. We're going to flip through. We're going to see stuff you like. We'll see stuff you don't like. It's all part of the process. That's a great shot. I like that one. Like him. This is how I process credit. I am screamingly bad at feeling like I do enough. And it's a problem I've had since the theater days and then leaving the theater. So in my theater run, in my last 11, 12 years at Actors Theater of Louisville, where a bulk of my career was, we were expected to be on the clock and doing things damn near at all times. And former management, if they ever see these videos, would be like, that's not true at all. I have emails, but whatever. So it would literally be the thing, like if a rehearsal ended at midnight and you got show notes and didn't respond before 8 a.m., there were times we would get reprimanded for such things, right? Which is just crazy, but it sticks with you. And then there were all the hours and blah, blah, blah. So anyway, going forward, then leaving that, starting my own business, doing the thing, I felt like at that point I had to be going 24/7 nonstop, because if I'm not working, then I'm not earning, because now the responsibility is all on me, right? Like if I don't do something to generate revenue, then, Cedric doesn't get to eat, right? So I struggled with that for years. I have to work all of the time. So in recent times, I've been trying to get better about that and go, no, I never started all of this so that I would work all the time. I started this so that I could have time. It didn't help that when I was starting to hustle culture really became a thing, right? I like a lot of the things that Gary Vee said, but Gary Vee was just as bad about that stuff and doing videos and being like, I wake up at 4 a.m. and I go to bed at 3:30 a.m. and and I'm exaggerating a little, but that was kind of the thing. And you didn't really hear a lot about time off, because that's not what his brand was. His brand was building the brands. So now, where I really struggle, right? Here's an example. I've talked a lot about adding fitness into my life and workout and stuff. I struggle with the gym, and I struggle with it from the point, and I'm only there 90 minutes tops, right? But I feel like it cuts into my day. It's like it's taking away time that I could be working. So I fight with that. Today, with the client that was here earlier this morning, the client was here early. So I was like, I can't do the gym today, which was on my list of things to do. So I'm doing it later in the day, which I normally don't do. But there's a part of my brain that's going, if you're taking off work early, you're failing, right? And the simple fact is I've had a client in the studio today. I edited images. I closed another job. And I got a bunch of emails out. I got social media done. I've done things that generate revenue for the business. Job is done. Or at least things are moving forward. I've planted seeds in the garden so that food grows later. You don't plant a seed and have everything grow right away. So that is one of my struggles, is to get better about going, you have time. And a thing that the hustle culture and the theater culture that I come from never really talked about but my fitness world does is rest is just as important. Like when losing weight and building muscle, if you don't sleep, it all falls apart. Your body holds on to stuff. It's not good. You know, and same in building a business, same with being creative, with being an artist. You know, if my brain isn't fresh, I can't create, right? And so I am working on getting better about taking time and not feeling rushed. There's more that I want to do. And I think that's a thing that I struggle with too, because a part of my brain goes, if you're not actively doing something for the photography business, that means you've got time, you can build another business. And I want another business, you know, or 2 or 3. Like I want to do more, but then I also go, it's time to do more. My therapist used to ask me, how much is enough? And I could never answer that question. You know, it's like, it's a joke my mother and I have is, you know, how much money is enough money? It's like, well, $1 more than I have right now. Is it the healthiest way to look at things? Maybe not. But I'm working on it to be able to stop. What's going on, man? Thank you, sir. So you've been bringing me stuff for almost 5 years. I never caught your name.
I'm Joe.
Joe? I'm Ben.
Ben, nice to meet you.
Man.
Yeah.
So if I forget it, just yell at me and call me names. So.
Oh, you're good. You don't get much, so it's kind of like.
And most of it garbage.
Yeah. So, lately, you've been getting some packages.
So finally. Yeah. So right on. Thanks, man. Joe just brought me these. I ordered these from Moo. I'm a little nervous about how they came out because I just shrunk something down from a larger size. So I'm hoping that everything is readable and that I was hoping everything's readable. And thankfully, it is. So what these are, my massage therapist lets me leave some of my printed materials at her office in her studio. I have things for my portrait work and my boudoir work there because I think there's some client overlap, and my massage therapist and I have been friends forever. So what I had before were these, which is just a full-size sheet of paper. And I originally printed these off. I was going around doing some cold calling last year and just introducing myself to businesses in the neighborhood, which I'm gonna do again here very, very soon. But these were too big to leave in her space. It just didn't fit. So I just took it and I shrunk it down because I already had the design up on Moo and printed off. This is not sponsored by Moo or anything. It's just who I used to print these. So smaller size, gonna leave at the massage therapist office, and hopefully some of my massage therapist clients become my clients. And now I've dilly-dallied in the studio long enough today. I've put it off. Now I have to go to the gym. No worries, man. Thank you. Hello. Well, how are you? Excellent. No dog with you?
No.
Lame.
He saw something in his dirt, ran off and didn't even greet me. Did you finally decide that you could see that I was here? I've been home for 10 minutes. You were chasing a squirrel.